because Rand Paul had the balls to ask the questions that uh, freaking the other Republicans, or should I say, rhinos, were scared to ask. Now, if you don't notice or not, Biden has picked a nominee that's assistant of Health and Human Services named Rachel Levine. Rachel Levine is a very complex character. She is the first LBGTQ question mark slash transgender woman to be a part of an administration. Now, during her confirmation hearings the other day, she was asked a question from Rand Paul about her stance on children being able to get access to hormone therapy to block them from developing through puberty. That's right. If you did not notice, parents or people that have kids or anybody out there, there is medicines out there available to these kids that these parents allow to choose their sex before they're hitting puberty, that it can block them from developing into that sex. It basically reverses them. So instead of the child that's a male wants to be a girl, gets all this hair, facial hair, and all that stuff developed down the regular places they're supposed to, this medicine prevents and slows that down and makes them go in the opposite direction, putting more estrogen, all that stuff. Now, he also asked the questions, which she did duck the questions as hard as she could, about some of the tweets she put out, where she was talking about that she was for a 3-year-old, and I'm just paraphrasing this tweet, getting hormonal therapy, choosing their sex and getting hormonal therapy at that early age. I mean, guys, this is crazy. A 3-year-old don't know what they want to be. A child is 3 years old. No, that's like asking a 3-year-old, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" A man says Ron Paul asked her a question 2 times and she evaded the question, the exact same question, both times by saying she would love to meet with him and explain this nuisance science and it's complicated. Yeah, exactly. That's what she said. It was complicated. It's not complicated, lady. We saw your tweets. We seen what you said. Oh, good morning to you too, Jay-Z. We seen what you said. You're full of shit. You're full of shit, lady. It's okay. All you had to say was, "I stand by my tweets." But she wouldn't do that because she know that what Rand Paul was saying is true. We need to know where you stand on these issues because there's a lot of parents like me who feel like, and I'm raised from the old school, okay? Call me old school 90 times because I'm a millennial kid, okay? I was raised that you do not make any decision. No child makes a decision of what they want to do with that type of situation until they are old enough to either support themselves or mature or show the maturity enough to handle the consequences that they are about to enter. And usually that at a minimum of 16. And if they still feel the same way at 18, that's all on them. That's what we're saying. All this 3 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. Man, this is crazy. I'm not going to dress my son as a girl at 3 to 7 years old or any age until he is old enough to make that decision on his own, which is 18. Now, if he come to me at 16, hey, Dad, I feel feminine. No, son, you're not still putting no dress on. Now, if you want to, on your off time, play with makeup, take pictures, that's you. But while fucking under my roof, you're not wearing no dresses, skirt, and heels at 16 and 17 out my door. Now, if you want to get emancipated, fine. We'll go to court. I'll give you all the opportunity. And then you can be that person. But until then, no, I'm not. Another thing I'm not agreeing with, because she talked about this too, having these surgeries on these kids early. That's sick. Are you serious? You can't make that decision. That child is young. They ain't even hit puberty yet. You know how many kids are confused before they hit puberty or who they are? Not only just young men that's trying to be transgender, as they said, girls too. You got girls that act like tomboys until they get 18 and 19 and get a taste of, how to be a young lady. I know guys that I went to school with that was feminine acting until they got into college and they got into their alpha male. I mean, come on, man. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? We are getting these radical left motherfuckers in position of power that are trying to tell us how to raise our children. You didn't birth that. We did. We created that. You don't tell us what to do. Now, she also tried to say that doing this early is going to prevent and lower the suicide rate. I didn't see no science yet showing that. Not no science at all. In fact, I would think it would increase the suicide rate. Look at the pressure now that child has to go under. Because if that child realized that surgery that they made at 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, because, y'all want to say that these children are so aware of what they want to be at these early ages, and they become into puberty, guess what's going to happen? They're going to commit suicide. They're going to harm themselves. I mean, we've seen it already. The suicide rate is pretty high with transgender kids and transgender young people, because a lot of times they're fighting with their identity because of what America's doing right now, forcing this shit on them at an early age. Let me go back to the comments. A thought process is disgusting. I thought the American Pediatric Association said it was challenging. They did. But the radical left don't want to hear that. They want to hear pander, pander, pander. That's right. We're on the panda train, bro. Come aboard. Let's pander. That's what we on. Pander. Fuck science. You know that's what they say. Follow the science. Fuck following the science. Let's go ahead on here and let's do what the hell we want to do. Guys, again, this is another sign, like I told y'all in my previous 2 broadcasts about these situations. This is another example of trying to eliminate all those words that you want to call it. Masculinity. That's all it is. They want to get rid of masculinity. They do not want it in our society. And a lot of these people that are pushing it are a lot of these people like Rachel Levine, who confuse their goddamn self, and a lot of these women that are overly feminist that's promoting this bullshit. They do not want male masculinity at all. They think it's toxic. How is it toxic when that's how we have been surviving all these years? Masculinity is what we've been doing all these years. And in fact, if it's so toxic, then why do y'all women who are lesbians always gravitate to women that look like men? Remember, masculinity is toxic. Oh, we don't want to hit that nerve. We'll get somebody upset then. There's a difference. They do. They want to destroy the family structure. But I hate to tell you, you see this cap? That's what I'm about, baby. America. American values. And that shit right there is not the American way. Again, I don't give a shit what sexuality that you are. That is as an adult. That is on you. That is on you. I don't care as an adult. If you're love man, woman, freaking the tree, the fucking object, yourself. And by the way, Bow and Arrow, thank you for joining the broadcast, man. And Whiskey White Lace. Girl, you need to join my YouTube. Y'all know that Periscope is being closed down. Go to Joel Davis Media Network. Y'all need to do that right now. Y'all know y'all follow me. Y'all know y'all hold me down. Joel Davis Media Network. Go on and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the top so when I'm on, you know I'm on. Because y'all know how it is over there in Periscope. They trying to keep y'all from getting access. And I'm trying to keep y'all the game. Because YouTube is going to allow that shit. Yeah. And you're right. No one does care. No, let me rephrase it. They're making money off of it. That's why they are pulling away. They are making money off of it. This is why the radical left is doing this. This is why the administrations and all of them are allowing all this nonsense to happen. They're making money off of it. They're getting all these, they're doing this so they can get corporate donations. And not to mention, too, they want to continue to make sure that there is no masculine men. They want to make these beta males run out here and be bitches. That's all they want. But I'm not being no beta male. Never have and never will. I'm an alpha. Alpha recognized alpha. And this right here, what Rand Paul did, is alpha as hell, and I love it. Call her out. This ain't no congratulations, you know. And then after he did this, let me tell you the backlash. Let me tell you the backlash. You know what I'm saying? Dude busts out. They bust out after this happened, right? They went up there and said he was wrong for asking the questions. He was basically being transphobic. How is he being transphobic? You know, Bow and Arrow, I get what you're saying, but we in a different time. And you know we can't say that. I'm like this. I don't care if somebody wants to choose that lifestyle. My problem is they're forcing it on our children. They're not letting our children grow up and find it out themselves. They're also making it where it's accessible to our children at an alarming rate on Bow and Arrow. That's my problem with it. Now, the transgender and all that shit, whatever, I don't care about. I don't care to be as, oh, I hate it. I got a problem with you. I'm trans and homophobic. I'm saying that I don't care as in the sense of I'm going to raise Cain about that decision you made as an adult. You are an adult. Again, I've always told y'all, my sister, my baby sister, is gay. I love her with all five of my being. Yeah, we don't get along at times because we got different views. But at the end of the day, I love her because that's her decision. What's going on, Mandy? Thank you for joining the broadcast. Yeah, what I think is this though, Bo and Arrow, when you talk about that with the mental side, I feel like that on the mental side, we should be more respectful with our children being influenced at an early rate. I feel like that you should not expose your child to something at 6 and 7 years old. And you're right. What up, man? What up, regular code? What up, bro? You're right. And I agree with you, Bo. I agree with you that it could be a disorder. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. You know, what I do know is that since everybody is accepted as a lifestyle and acknowledges as that, and they already got a shitload of rights, more rights than regular people. Actually, if you think about it, the LGBTQ plus question mark mafia got fucking rights now. I'll tell you that now. My problem is forcing it on our children. That's all I got a problem with. If they wasn't doing that, I wouldn't give a shit about, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely, if somebody was messing with someone of that nature or stuff like that, I stand up in a heartbeat, their causes or whatever. Nah, it's not a she. I'm not calling her no damn she. Rachel Levine is a man. A man named Rachel Levine. That's what he's originally. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. How somebody behave is not what they are. And see, that's another thing that's pissing me off. And I'm glad you brought that up, Bo, because this shit is getting to be so crazy in America about giving people this freeway, children this freeway to act like this. So are you telling me if I raise my child to act white, that means they should be able to put white on paper, right? Because we're not following the science. They can't say they're black. Bo and there, we can agree to disagree, man. Like I said, you know, we have our different thoughts process on that, but I do agree with you on what you're saying about the children. We on the same line about that. Now I can agree with you on that. We cannot force this shit be on our children. But I appreciate, your opinion on my situation I spoke on, and I appreciate you. And that's another thing about y'all. When we in the comments and everything else, if I don't agree with something, I'll call it out to you. But I'm not going to embarrass you about it. I say we agree to disagree. Bo and Arrow, I'm going to say it how I say it, bro. I mean, out of respect of my sister, because I love my sister. And I do that out of that for her or any other person. But, like I said before, I don't support this shit on our children. I don't. I'm out on that because we're not giving our kids a chance to grow the right way. And this is my problem because this is getting to be ridiculous. I mean, it's like these children are being forced. Like, I give you an example. They had a documentary of a young girl that talked about a young boy that dressed like a girl at 7 and 8 years old. And then there was another thing that happened here locally in my area. There is a young man right now that is going by non-binary. Now, if you don't know what non-binary is, that basically means you are gender fluid. You may be a boy today, you may feel like a girl tomorrow. So, all right, bow and arrow. I'm not trying to be rude, brother, but I'm staying on topic about what's going on here. Now, I hope you're not talking about what I just exposed about my family member, because if that's what you gonna be on, I don't appreciate that. I'm talking about what's on top of it now. I'm just making sure, because that's what I'm on. Now get back to the kid. The kid is now being bullied. Now this is what parents don't understand that's pushing this agenda. Now this child's getting traumatized by school people, by kids in school. You got teachers who are allowing it because they don't agree with it. I mean, it is so messed up for this child. And it's bad. It's really bad. And this is the stuff that I'm talking about. We cannot allow this to be pushed on our children. And again, kudos to Rand Paul. Kudos to Rand Paul. So I need y'all to get in the comment section. Tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think that Rand Paul was correct in calling this woman out on her past tweets and her stance on children being exposed to changing their sex or choosing that lifestyle before they are 18 years of age? Or do you think he was out of line? You think that he being transphobic? I need y'all to get in the comments on YouTube and tell me what y'all think. I need y'all exact opinion. Also, do me a favor again. If y'all like what I'm bringing, support the channel with the $5 challenge. Everything will be in the description box below. Also, too, please like, share, and subscribe with the notification bell all the way up top. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much. I'm coming back with another video.